Chevy, how did you end up in this film, in the original film?
Harold Ramis, who was a dear friend and had already, I believe, directed me in Caddyshack. So this was his second movie. He was the director and very funny guy. And I remember shooting this one. The first shot we shot was pulling out of the garage, and all the bags all over the place. Right. And then I had some lines. I said to Harold, "How do you want me to play this?" And Harold said, "Broad." And boy, did I go broad for it.
And Beverly, how about you? How did you end up in the film?
I went in on a meeting. You were judging me, I guess. It was I guess you would call it an audition. I was married to Lorenzo at the time, and I read it, and I said, wait a minute, I'm 29 years old. I'm supposed to be the parents of a 15 and 16-year-old, and we kill the mother, and he wants to cheat on me, and there's a dead dog. But my husband read the script, and he said, Beverly, look, it's very funny. Look at this cousin Eddie. He said, and Clark, he's hilarious. We do it. So I did. It was very much a family that started then. But, you know, the thing about Christmas Vacation is that it's taken kind of precedence. It's like a high point in that whole franchise.
So, Juliette and Johnny, did you guys, you were the third set of Griswold children. Were you aware of that when you?
We were totally aware of that. In my household, it was amazing because Vacation, the original, was legendary.
Yeah.
All of this meant so much to me because it was, as a little young teen actor, this was a big studio movie. We worshipped Chevy in my home. Fletch,
Had an altar.
Another franchise, Fletch Lives.
Yeah.
I mean,
Foul Play.
And then Beverly D'Angelo had worked with my dad, so I was really moved by that fact. And then Johnny, we played natural siblings. This guy over here, Mr. Galecki.
Johnny was a fully formed young man at that. How old were you then?
I turned, halfway through filming, I turned 14.
Really?
He was a year younger than me, but of course I thought I was 25.
Yeah.
And he was.
So did everyone else. You were
You
the most
two were
mature.
so good.
Juliette was the coolest 15-year-old that ever walked the planet. Just amazing.
Diane, how did you end up in this movie? You said that was you had an interesting story about that.
Well, I was engaged to a doctor at the time, so I was spending half my time in Florida. And Shelley Winters, who was my child, the great actress Shelley Winters, was my daughter's godmother. And she said, why are you running away from Hollywood? I said, there's no work in Hollywood for women right now. None. And I'm helping people here. I'm saving lives. What am I doing in Hollywood? She said, you get back to Hollywood and you'll get a great part. So I came back and they said, you have an audition this week. You have to go and audition to play Chevy's mother. I said, I'm only about 6 years older than Chevy. She said, you got to go. So Shelley did this. She loaned me her dead mother's dress to wear. True story.
That's a shame.
I went down to Salvation Army and got an old pair of glasses and some Oxfords. We put my hair up in a chignon, and I put talcum powder. And I put it all over my head. And now I go in, and as I get there, out on the sidewalk, are all these, I swear to you, great actresses, June Allison and Alice Ghostly, these stars. When I was in kindergarten, there were stars. There were great stars, and there wasn't enough work for women. I felt horrible, I swear to God. So I thought, well, hell, God, whatever you want.
You're June Allison's age.
I came in, you were there, and you had that you didn't have.
What did I have?
The casting director is not supposed to
Marion
take
Doherty.
pictures of old actors looking ugly in case we're up for a sexy part later. We won't get it. So, but she did it anyhow. I walked in, I said,
yourself down.
I'm not going to say a word. And I walked in, and Chevy was over there. And I thought, okay. I said, Sonny boy, that's my Sonny boy. And I came over, and I played with your jaws and opened your mouth and went inside and played games on your face and said, I love you, Sonny boy. And I got the job.